I appreciate the work there is good. But I never dreamed you'd be down here for months. And as a prophet, I've been looking. God, where's the out? Where's the door? I'm Macau. I'm looking for the gate. Where's the gate? Where's the gate? And all of a sudden I realize there is no gate because it's not time to leave. Oh, great. See, and there it goes back to, are you abiding in Him? Or are you dragging yourself along wanting your own wishes? Because it gets tough. I kind of like having a wife at home instead of having somebody walk in and all evening before they settle in. And so, and that's what I'm saying. And in the prophetic realm, I started looking really hard. I've been on my face. I've been driving God crazy. I said, I need an answer here. Because I said, I see a season, but I know everything kind of has an end. Now, what's the end? And He started speaking to me, and it was like literally the nuclear option. And it's for a day and age that is so lawless. It's what it takes. I'm going to put it that way. It takes that. See, fluffy bunny prayers aren't going to cut it no more. A person has to be on their face, and when they stand up, they better make the Energizer Bunny look like a wimp. You better outrun him, out praying, out. Because that's what it's going to take for the warfare that's coming. Because you don't know where God's going to put you and who you're in front of. And church for so long has fed us such a mess of lies. Oh, you'll be fine. Because I didn't know this till I got through it, and the Holy Spirit gave me a picture about a week ago. Down on your knees. When you get up the next morning, you just get used to it. This is the way life is. Well, they'll get you out of here. Here, let me pray for you. Let me slap you. Let's see where this God's at and see what He's really doing. See, could you say, well, she just didn't have a job? No, there's reasons why. We won't get into that. There's reasons why I can't either. We're stuck. And this is where the word endure comes in, having done all to stand. As long as you ain't on your knees and on your feet, you're still standing, even though you're only that tall. You're not done yet. But it's not a fun time. And it's almost, I'm going to say it this way, it's almost ending up in the Garden of Gethsemane. It gets grueling after a while. See, most people don't, I'm just going to say this, it sounds horrible. Most people don't know how to fight anymore. And a lot of times the battles they fight is because they open their own door. That's harsh. And that's why something like this is important. Because I'm going to tell you something. When I get up in the morning, that's me. When I get up in the morning, I'll be out there in the living room. I'm playing the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm playing, hang 'em high. Because I'm putting on my game face, and I'm like, Are you ready to get gut punched when you get out of bed? Or are you going to be the gut puncher in the spirit? Because the devil's waiting for you. He's waiting to set you up. He's waiting to come after you. And he's wondering, oh, they're an easy target. Oh, well, if we just keep hammering on Wendell and Kim some more, maybe their meeting will drop off. Maybe they'll get discouraged. See, we're not playing church. I'm not saying nothing about Pastor Jason. This church is hot. It's coming up hot. And that man has got an amazing job he does. Holy cow, Pastor Jason's amazing. But most places are playing church. That's why they're lost and nobody's down. I'm going to put it this way. Ouch. When was the last time a beating happened because you're fighting for the lost? Usually it's woe me. And that's what Kim's up to. The lost. She told him the other day, she says, I'm not here for the money. I'm not here for the money. I'm here because I believe I can make a change. See, and that's different. As Americans, we're always like, oh, we get a paycheck. Yeah, we'll talk to Joe Blow over there at the sander. We'll talk to Bob at the gravel pit. Yeah. That ain't the way this works. She's put it backwards, and it even blew me away. And so I'm doubling down even harder. But it doesn't make it easier. There's only so much of me. Well, God will... Yeah, You know what? I'm so sick of churchdom and their mess. I want some people who'll get down on their face and pray with me. And I'm not getting on you. I'm just telling you that's what it takes these days if you want to be effective in ministry. Otherwise, you look like them out there. When I get up in the morning, that's me. I get out of bed. I hear the music start. We're going for it today. Will I end up getting the tar beat out of me by the end of the day? Probably so. But will I be there the next morning? Yes. And that's what I'm talking about. Yes. I posted my picture. I'm growing tomatoes right now. You know what I put on it? We are still here. And that's pretty much almost what I shout to the devils every morning when I get up. I'm still here! I'm still here! I'm still here! We were watching James Bond the other night. You know what he said? Why don't you just shut up and get a move on? Get going with it. I'm tired of your talk. You ever get up and tell the devil that? Quit screwing with me! Do something! Oh, but we can't say that. We're Christians. Oh, the devils are so big. Well, guess what? When was the last time you got up and you already had your game face on? And you were ready? In here. In here. And it comes out here. And then when the tornado shows up on top of that, your life gets scattered. See how deep this gets real quick?
We got to fight for the lost. We got to fight for our families. We got to fight. This is where the battle is won. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood, the powers and principalities.
And see, that's what I've been watching in the boxes out here. They're so religious, they won't do nothing. And the second thing is, they're too busy jumping to the latest worship song. They wear themselves out dancing instead of fighting. This is the end of the age. Now, I know I've harped on this quite a bit. Can we move on to that?
Yeah.